Well, I'm pretty excited. We're finally making some headway here on the pergola and fire pit area. So the other day I laid down some fabric here in this 12 by 12 area. And I just got done bringing over many wheelbarrows full of gravel. And I've got it roughly smoothed out, but there's going to be a laser level involved and all that to get it, perfect. But there's going to be a coat of sand on top that I'm going to put on, which is going to be for the blocks. So I think I'm going to go with 1 foot by 1 foot pavers here is what I'm thinking at the moment. But that may change. I don't know. I'm debating on a few different things, but I know for certain no matter what I do, there's going to be a skim coat of some sand on top of this that will be the fine tuning material for the whole works. But the pergola itself is going to be 10 by 10. So I made the pad 12 by 12 just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room on the outside and for the footings and everything. And then we'll figure out later how I'm going to blend everything together. I'm not super sure on that yet, but we'll get it figured out eventually. The main goal was I just wanted to get the material pulled from over there where my pile of class 5 is over to here. I need a frickin' skid loader really bad. I've needed one forever, but anyway, for now I got to do it this way. But yeah, I got this all, like I said, roughly smoothed out, roughly leveled out, but we'll get it fine-tuned, and then we'll get the lumber over here and the brackets and everything for actually putting the pergola together. I assembled the fire pit the other day that's going to go in the middle, track down a few patio chairs, should be pretty nice. Roll the grill over here. But that's the status of the pad. Got the garden tilled up, weed barrier down. Just got to put the planters back in, fill those with some topsoil and stuff that I need to pick up. But crab apples are looking beautiful, smelling nice, flowering, including my state fair apple that I planted last year. I'm glad to see it's still alive and healthy. The deer chewed away at it a little bit because the cage wasn't tall enough, but it survived. It's flowering, it's healthy and happy. So that's good. Grass is super long. Need to get it mowed. Got to get the mower going. That shouldn't be a big deal. And if we want to check over here, another nice little thing is my oak tree is finally leafing out. It took forever for this sucker to leaf out, but it is leafing out, so it is still alive. It is still good, which is nice to see. It's going to be a slow process nursing this thing along, but I'm hoping that, it'll remain healthy. We'll keep it caged, obviously, for a long time until it's going to be many years of being caged on this thing. But this was the free swamp white oak that I got from the power company. They were giving away bare root trees. Planted it last spring, so it's been in the ground for a year, and we'll see how it goes. See how it grows. It's going to be a long time before it's of any appreciable size, but it's kind of a nice little project to keep an eye on it. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Out here. But also, the other day, as long as I'm filming here, the other day I came over here in the woods over by where I park my trailers, and I started going nuts with the brush cutter and cutting out. There's a lot of buckthorn in here. There's also a lot of prickly ash, so I've started cutting it out. A lot of it still has to be dragged and everything, but the goal there is to get this, just to open this up a little bit. There, once all the trees leaf out in the summertime, it kind of keeps a lot of sunlight from going towards the south side of the house here. So I'm trying to kind of, if I can take any invasives out, I'm going to take them out. If I can take any spindly, dead or dying, smaller trees, I'm going to take them out. Kind of try to nurture this little section of woods to allow some of the more mature trees to have a better time of things, and also just to allow more sunlight through. And you know, just kind of manage this a little bit for invasives and non-desirables. You know, the prickly ash isn't invasive or anything, but it's not really what I want in here. So yeah, this should be kind of nice once we get this kind of cleaned out. Actually, as I was cutting, I kind of realized that I had cut unintentionally sort of a pathway from the driveway all the way down to the wetland over here. So that'd be kind of nice. Have a little path going down there. But yeah, I cut quite a ways in there, almost to the property line, not too far from there. So that's another little project we got going on. It's always little things here and there. We got the old reliable boat trailer here that I just can't seem to make up my freaking mind about what I want to do with. But you know, I keep thinking that it wouldn't be that hard to convert this thing into like a little yard trailer, or because of the dimensions of it, it would actually be kind of nice to make it into like something for maybe hauling logs, like one of those log skidder type things that you see some guys make. That'd be kind of cool. It's not really, I don't need it for a boat trailer. I've already got a trailer for my boat. But I don't know, let me know if you've ever seen or heard of this before, because I hadn't. But when I picked this thing up years ago, the bearings are actually, it's not your typical type of hub. You know, a typical hub, you've got, you know, your bearings and races are inside the hub, and then the wheel is bolted to the hub with, you know, lug studs. Well, this one, the bearing and race is actually inside the rim itself. It's part of the rim. And the axle nut, or the hub nut, is what holds the wheel on. This is an old trailer. I have no idea where it came, you know, where it was originally purchased from. It was my grandpa's trailer. But yeah, very interesting. I've never really seen that. Now, obviously, probably what I would end up doing would be replacing that with a standard style hub, because I do have a bunch of 4-hole rims and tires and stuff that I could throw on here. But yeah, just kind of interesting little boat trailer setup there. So yeah, that's it for now. Just a little update, just getting a few things done out here in the yard. Class 5 pile's going away. That pile has served me pretty well over the years. It's just whenever I need gravel for anything, I got this giant, you know, quint load of class 5 sitting over here. But I'd say I'm better than halfway through the pile now. All right, that's it.